Hey everyone, my name is Igor and today I'm going to show you some of the recent updates to Playground. Playground is a convenient tool that helps you validate the data model of your semantic layer by executing queries and previewing their results. And we are doing our best to ensure you have great experience in Playground. So first, let's talk about hierarchies. If you have hierarchies of dimensions in your data model, then Playground can help you visualize them. So here in the users cube, we have this hierarchy and this one as well. And of course, you can click on whatever level of hierarchy you want and run a query. All right, next, folders. Here in the customers view, I have a couple of folders where some of the members are grouped together. So if you want to use that and if you want to bring it later to your BI tool of choice, well, here's how Playground can help you. Next, custom granularities. Let's take a look at this orders cube. So we have a couple of time dimensions here, and if I expand this one, we don't see anything special. But if I expand this one, we'll see that we have a number of interesting granularities, and these are indeed custom granularities defined in the data model. So let's check this one, week starting on Sunday. I want to have this in my query, but let's only focus on the current year. All right, well, trust me, these are all indeed Sundays, but you can also check the calendar. February 9th is indeed Sunday. Okay, let's talk now about filtering values when building queries. So let's say I want to explore from which countries users are doing their orders, right? So I can build a query like this, and one way I can add more filters is by hovering and clicking on the funnel here in the sidebar, and maybe even doing so in some other cube. But also I can just go here, click add, filter by, say, dimension, and pick one. Okay, let's probably set this filter to completed orders. All right, great. But you might wonder, okay, how did I know that there is such value in the dataset? Well, I had to rely on my memory, right? But Playground can help you here as well. So if I want to add a filter, I can either type it here or just click on this button, right, to load more values. So Playground would run a query to your data source and just suggest some values. So, okay, not only completed, but shipped. And let's probably add some more filters, right? So I also want to filter on the city, and Atlanta looks particularly nice. Okay, but what if we want to build a really complex filter? Playground now supports boolean logical operators and filters. So I can click right here and say that I want to wrap this with a branch, right? Let's say it's going to be an AND branch. And if I made a mistake, well, all right, I can just unwrap this one and wrap this back with an OR branch. So let's say I want to filter on first names. Yeah, I'm interested in the ones that start with A, and then I want to filter by last names. And I'm only interested in those ones that ends with Z. All right, so as you can see, this is, well, quite a complex filter, but the beauty is that Cube can properly generate the filter right here, so you shouldn't worry about getting correct results. All right, so let's talk about the results. So if I add all of the members of this that we have in filters right in the query and run it, there's going to be not a lot of results, just 94. But if I remove all these filters and rerun the query, we'll see that we've got 10,000 results. Alright, but this number looks a little bit odd, right? Why exactly 10,000? So if we go to the options right here, we'll see that there is this option to set the limit, right? So currently Playground uses the so-called default limit, right? And this one is controlled by certain settings in your deployment. So you can certainly adjust that, and then you'll be able to query even more rows in your Playground. But there is one more option to really know how many rows were in your database, right? So we can use the show total number of rows option right here, and then Playground will run a special total query and show you that indeed, well, the result tab that we're looking at, it was actually truncated. And if you wonder why would you want to know the number of items in the result set, except for this case when the result set is truncated? Well, of course, this is to implement a very common pattern of using pagination, right? So now in the Playground, you can set the limit. You can also set the offset. Run a query, get some results, right? But you will know exactly how many rows are supposed to be in the data set, what is your limit, what is your offset, and this is certainly doable in the Playground. And as we were doing these queries, you could see that some of them, especially heavy ones, take some time. Like this one took 600 milliseconds, and there's also this peculiar icon right here. So now Playground precisely shows you what kind of cache was used by Cube to serve your query, right? So these icons and this tooltip is aligned with what you see in query history. And talking about query history, you can click this icon to navigate to query history straight from Playground and view some data about your query. And finally, I know that I really like using Playground, and I usually have a lot of query tabs, right? Sometimes I wanna build on the existing query, and it would be really convenient to be able to duplicate one. So now you can use the tab actions right here to duplicate a query, maybe multiple times, change it, add filters, remove some members, run it, analyze. And if you feel like you have too many queries in your Playground, you can certainly close them all. Alright, that's all for new features in Playground. Thanks, enjoy it.